church like Apostle Peter. Bring one gun, don't bring a heaters. I am my brother's keeper. Sample my soul, just bring the ether. I'm deep in the church like Apostle Peter. Bring one gun, don't bring a heaters. I am my brother's keeper. I'm bringing niggas together like the League of Nations. Walking across the world and I'm steady pacing. Bringing in the light and I'm steady racing. No longer incubating these corporate cases. Playing possum, still walking off. Walking the water saying fuck y'all. No longer finite but an absolute. No longer diminished when I speak the truth. I have more strength than the average bear. Putting fire in the booth when it's not fair. I have the power like the light source. Like speeds of light that just stay on course. My soul's bright enough just to burn a nigga. It's either enough just to burn you niggas. I'm fucking our institutions of rhyme schemes. Fuck you and your skyscrapers, tall beams. Give me the mic, I'll show it how it's done. Let me speak this line, you can still have fun. I'm just like quick when I settle beef. When you listen to this sound, it sounds complete. These are the attributes of real niggas. Fuck you, bitch. Yeah, nigga. Sample my soul, just bring the ether. I'm deep in the church like Apostle Peter. Bring one gun, don't bring a heaters. I am my brother's keeper. Sample my soul, just bring the ether. I'm deep in the church like Apostle Peter. Bring one gun, don't bring a heaters. I am my brother's keeper.
Sample my soul like you got a taste. Can't sample the blow, just cop the 8. Can't handle my flow, guess I'm dropping waste. Can't cancel me, bro, I'm non-stop and great. These deuces out sock puffin' and niggas out cock suckling. Filth cat, not that I'm not buckling. People hoping to be a meme, quote or two, tweet of the week or just post quotable. Silence shit talking like I'm choking you with a rope or two. Y'all liars, we see it in your face like Pinocchio. All you rappers, I'm provoking you. Filth cat the best, there's no hope for you. NPC me, Fruity Loop or repeat me. I'm a god you can't touch, you wonder like Stevie cause you can't see me. You hate what I am because you can't be me. Don't believe that I'm real, you need to see me bleeding. Don't want me to win, so you need me retreating. You reaching for reason like palm reading. I'm reaching for seasons cause a nigga eating. I'm a big shopper horse, he more feed me. We will forget you like Reeby. You know that one Jackson that you never see on TV.
Sample my soul, just bring the ether. I'm deep in the church like Apostle Peter. Bring one gun, don't bring a heaters. I am my brother's keeper. Sample my soul, just bring the ether. I'm deep in the church like Apostle Peter. Bring one gun, don't bring a heaters. I am my brother's keeper.
Always hook up one part of the show. Welcome to Bite the Dick Radio, the frequency segment, empathic 1111 movement. I know it's been a long time since I've did a talk. I know I released an old set just a week ago, and I hope everyone received that in good spirits. I know you're wondering what's going on with me. What's going on with me is, I'm really deep off into my spirituality, and I'm really deep into my meditations now because I really see the benefit. I really see the benefit of learning how to become whole again. And I think that's what it means to be holy. is becoming whole. You know, we think of like holiness as just being this clean individual, you know, dressed in white. And technically, that's not what it is. It's not. You know, white robe and all that. You know, that, okay, I can understand that to a certain extent. You know, that's only one level. You know, that's kind of like kindergarten level type of thinking, whether or not you're in Christianity or anywhere else in the, if you're in Christianity or Muslim, whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's what you believe. Now listen, I'm glad you believe something. Don't mean to chuckle, it's just the truth. I'm glad that a lot of people believe in something. And yes, I'm happy for you. But this is not just something that you practice. This is something that you actually live. You have to live learning how to become whole, becoming one with oneself. You really do. Learning how to control the emotional state and the mental state to a point that nothing moves you, or you will not get baited into things that are meaningless. Okay? Being in tune with your intuition, knowing if whatever information coming across your ears is negative or positive. Okay? You understanding the frequency of your body and understanding that you can heal your own body. You can heal it. But you have to have such strong-willed focus and understand that your energy, right? And understanding, okay, how do I, as an individual, right? How do I create how can I create an atmosphere to the point of I'm in tune with myself? Because I'm learning individually. In learning, you're learning how to not just cope. You're not learning how to just survive. You're actually putting it to practice. That's the problem with people that think walking the straight and narrow is so boring. Because you're not concerned about the pride of life. You're not concerned about the lust. You're not concerned about, the material world and what it can bring. You're not so concerned anymore. It's not that you're supposed to be just so turned off to it. It's the fact that you don't need a whole lot to live. You don't. I think the ones that really understood that level of life or that level of oneness, such as a Buddhist monk or Tibetan monk, or any one of the, kind of like the Chinese culture, Japanese culture, Korean culture, those that believed in Hindu, India, you know what I'm saying? It's the practice of living a lifestyle that promotes good health mentally, emotionally, physically, financially. What else? And I want to add knowledge to that. Okay? Personally. Because if you don't have the knowledge of doing something, or the knowledge of not knowing how to dig into yourself for real, it's been hidden. It's been hidden for a reason. Nine times out of 10, that knowledge comes to you at a time in your life where it seems like it is okay, but it's turbulent. And then all of a sudden it turns turbulent. That is the wake-up process of you learning how to become whole and learning of the gifts and the talents that you bestow within oneself to use to learn lessons instead of looking at everything as just sin or just looking at what's right and what's wrong. It's about finding the wisdom of you. Finding the wisdom of you. Not everybody else. Finding the wisdom of you. What's inside, what's within. Because 9 times out of 10, the problem is not the outside force. The problem is you. Your pride, your ego. Okay? Your pride, your ego. And that's the problem. We are so ego-driven. That's driven by pride. And yeah, I would say 95% of the time, that is what's at the forefront. You can't be a genuine person with a whole lot of pride. By the way, I'm making me some coffee. You can't succeed with a whole lot of pride. And if you can, and if you have, it is whatever success that you have, at the peak of that pride, what it say? Pride come before destruction. A haughty spirit before a fall. You becoming a haughty spirit before you fall. That's interesting. That is absolutely interesting. Because how do you fall? Through your pride, through your ego. And then it's not funny, but the funny thing, I'm just using that analogy. The funny thing about that is your ego protects you very well. It'll keep you at a high pinnacle of your pride because you've been programmed to protect your pride instead of showing some emotion. So how do we do the reverse osmosis of this shit? Is going within, dealing with the things you do not like about yourself. Because like I said, no one is the problem but you. You know why I say that? Is because when something happens to you, guess what happens? You get triggered. So there's something in you that you don't like about yourself that just got triggered. You get mad, you get upset, you get unbothered, you get uncomfortable and all that other shit. Yeah, that means that's an area in your life that you got to deal with. Nobody else's problem but yourself. Only yourself. I've been realizing that since I've been awakened since 2019, right? Like waking up to the truth of meditation and really getting into the depths of spirituality. I ordered 2 organite crystals. I've ordered crystals for my neck. You know what I'm saying? So I can wear them at work. Some black tourmaline, 2 cellulite towers, which actually cleanse your energy, and learning the different properties of these crystals. And these are natural crystals from the earth. Earth. That came out of the earth. Okay. And understanding the chakra system within the body. Understanding the Kundalini. Understanding that you really have the power to heal yourself. Not only heal yourself, but heal yourself from certain traumas that you had to deal with in your past. Learning that you have to have your energy at a high vibration. Your communication with God is important. And you have to understand God is not someone outside of you. He's inside of you. If you have your body's made of 3 different components, right? Body, soul, and spirit. Spirit is the communication mechanism that God, Source, Allah, or Buddha, whoever, Jesus, whoever you pray to or meditate upon, they are, through your intuition, through your crown chakra, communicate back to you within you. You know what I mean? And it's been hard for people to fathom the fact that the problem is them. Like, let me give you an example. My brother, my brother don't mind me sharing certain stories that we encounter amongst each other on the phone. But my brother told me one day, he's like, I've had many jobs, Martu. And I had to admit something. I was like, what's that? It was like, it's my fault that I lost a certain particular job. I say, why you say that? Is because I could have got the job back, and things could have been done a little bit differently, and things would have been cool, but I fucked that up. And I sat back and I said, wow. It's like becoming whole is like taking ownership. If you're single, it's like, okay, I got me an apartment, I got me a car, okay, now I have a job, I have a good job, you know, I'm making good pay, okay. First level is making sure I'm cool. I got food, I got a bed, you know what I'm saying, hot running water. I gotta own it. I gotta own it means take responsibility for who? Self. And as you own it, you gotta own up to every mistake that you make, and then you gotta own up also on the good parts. But you really gotta own up to when you know you spent too much fucking money. You really gotta own up if a bill ain't paid. Now take it to the next level. You been doing good. Now you got your apartment looking good. You got your apartment or your house looking decent and nice. You know what I'm saying? And everything's taken care of. Now, let's see if we have a partner. Now, understand, ownership. You got to own up to yourself. You go out, you get a partner, you know, a little friend, you know what I'm saying? Something you can fuck on, you know what I'm saying? Catch feelings. Okay, that person got to be able to do the same thing. And if those two energies don't match, guess what? You ain't going to be able to stay here because I have a high level of my house clean, okay? You don't see roaches and shit. You know what I'm saying? You see the carpet clean. You see the dust off everything. You see we sage everything. Light incense, crystals, you know, promoting positive energy, and you bringing negative energy, that doesn't work. And so you got to own up, because when negative energy come into your facility, it disrupts the continuity, the flow of energy that you already owned up to. Matter of fact, it's breaking up the communication between you and spirit. Why? Because it's supposed to be a unison within oneself, even with a partner. There has to be a unity of constant, positive, high vibrational energy. And you got to own up to that through your choices. And understanding that each choice you make has a consequence. It has a consequence, good or bad. And the reaction is either negative or positive. Everything has an equal, each action has an equal or opposite reaction. Okay? That's even in the laws of physics. Okay? Even in the Emerald Tablets, they tell you, as above, so below. Okay? Even in the Bible, it says You will reap what you sow. If you sow good, you get good. You sow bad, you reap bad. There's people that ask me, how come you don't go to church anymore? Because I understand the mechanism of church is nothing but control. They say, but you a sheep. No, I'm not a sheep. Sheep are dumb. I mean, really, look up how smart sheep are. No, sheep are followers. I'm not a sheep. I'm a wolf. I have the intuitive energy of a wolf. You should too. Why? Because a wolf owns up to everything and takes control and vicious with it. Okay? Vicious with it. Without fear. And understanding that fear is nothing but false evidence appearing real. It's nothing but an illusion. That's all that fucking is. Energy is real. Is God an energy? Yes. What energy is he? Unconditional love. God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. Not that any would perish, but many come to have everlasting life. Learning how to repent within, not without. But if you feel like it's a without thing, that is, let's use the example of someone talking to someone that you cannot see. When Jesus said, I and the Father are one, Jesus was on earth. How was him and the Father one? I really want you to think about that. I'm going to give you the answer, but I really want you to think about that. How was Jesus one with his Father? What's the truth about Jesus saying, I and the Father are one? What's the truth about that? Not that it's not about, he came, it's talking about him. He used to be in heaven with God. No, that's not really what that text is saying. Honestly, that's not what the text is saying. I and the Father are one. When you read that scripture, read the chapter before and then read the chapter after. Okay? Dissect it. What was happening before and after that particular text was spoken? What would Jesus do? He would draw away to go do what? Pray and meditate. How was Jesus when he said, I and the Father are one? He was one. They are one because he spent time in meditation and in prayer. He was learning how to, he was teaching us, not learning. He was teaching us how to connect to God within us, not outside of us. Okay? And communicating with the Father. Holy is not what you really think it really means. No. You got to understand, look, words are spells, pimping. Okay? Words are spells. Okay? Words that cast a spell. I find it kind of, interesting myself. But honestly, words are nothing but spells. And you got to know the difference. You got to know the difference. You got to. And another thing, a lot of reasons why we don't become whole with ourselves is because of our desires, what we desire. Not, you know what I'm saying, what we desire through our eyes, through our ears, through our mouths, what we desire. And we constantly going after everything instead of paying attention to ourself. That's why I say, as I look back out at the spiritual community, I could tell when someone loving themselves and they in the spiritual community. But at the same time, in the spiritual community, there are people that are claiming that they have done claiming they've done the soul work, the dark night of the soul work, you know what I'm saying? And they are whole. And this is not a judgment. This is just a clear observation. You can tell that they still got work on them to do. But you also see a little bit of pride. You see some of their ego kind of like, you know what I'm saying, protecting them. And let me say that. It's okay to a certain extent to protect yourself because you're not for sure about things. But in becoming whole, you got to be totally transparent with yourself. Am I really? It's like a constant evaluation of self. It never stops. It's like, a constant cycle. Because why? You are constantly recycling energy. You're constantly recycling energy. I'm gonna let that marinate. I'm gonna share some announcements here so you know what's going on with Uncle Deuce. We just got our first piece of equipment in. We tested it out on the laptop, and we learned how to operate that piece of equipment. Now we're waiting on the new computer. After that, it's going to be the monitor, the new monitor, and we're gonna, start back up. But also, I'm working on new music, so I'm not saying it's strenuous, but creativity of writing conscious rap is important. It really takes time. I ain't gonna lie. Listening, because listening to the tracks over and over again, making sure there's some continuity with the tracks. That's important because I'm getting ready to send it to Chicago to get it mixed and mastered. So, that's what's going on. But learning a whole new system, upgrading all the equipment. I'm even thinking about getting new mics, but my mics they might be about 3-4 years old, but they still work. I take good care of my equipment. So, but for some reason, I think a new look, better equipment, and all that is much needed. So I decided to do this upgrade. I think that also plays a part of the energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me give you an example. I bought my first organite crystal, and I realized the difference. I suggest you meditate with your crystals. Okay, and plus I got some healing stones to set around the house. Cellulite pendant, 2 chakra pendants. One black tourmaline template with some cellulite, with a cellulite stick on it, and I got 2 cellulite towers, right? And I realized that the energy of my home is so pleasant when I come in. It's like a burden has just left the whole day, and so now when I say I'm fully invested in myself when it comes to the spiritual journey, and looking at things from a higher, not just a different perspective, but a higher perspective of things, instead of looking at things in a lower vibration like I used to years ago. It's totally different now. Like, I wish I would have knew this knowledge the last 2 times I had an apartment. You see what I'm saying? It's like, wow. Like, I understand the reason why you burn white candles. It helps cleanse your energy. It also protects you from negative energy. It clears negative energy out of your house. Not only that, burning sage, one of the most powerful, I want to say it's a plant that grows beautifully, and it wards off negative energy, and it keeps the atmosphere calm. You know what I'm saying? Burning, certain incense in the house, not the incense you would get at your neighborhood liquor store, but burning certain incense that help promote the frequency to move higher. You know what I'm saying? And so this knowledge, I pray people take it seriously, because it actually it's very soothing. It's very healing. It's not like you'll never be triggered, because your triggers are what, when you notice that you get triggered, right? And you notice that's the area you need to work on. It is a lesson that you didn't learn in the past. Okay? It's a lesson. When you think you have did something so detrimental, like, and you know how the church say, oh, that's sin. Stop looking at everything as just sin. Always look at the situation or situations or situationship as an opportunity to grow. Not everything has been given to you for you to fail. You didn't go through certain situations for you to fail. It's about you learning how to do something that you were supposed to do. In the beginning stages of your life that you didn't do. And it's kind of like you're supposed to know this knowledge when you hit 18, 19, 20. But because we as people and human beings down here with the attitude you only live once, we want to live life our way, which in true aspects, because you have free will, you have that choice. Because you have free will to choose. You have freedom to choose. And the only way you become free is that you free yourself first. Self-love. People say selfishness is not good. Being selfish in a higher vibration is healthy when you have boundaries. But if you are selfish and you do not have boundaries, that's when it's detrimental. That's what I believe, that's what I witnessed, that's what I understand. Okay? This coffee tastes good. So yeah, that's what's been going on with me, and that's what's been in my heart. I wanted to do this yesterday, but I was, I said to myself, let me get my rest. You know what I'm saying? Let me get my rest. The last 2 days I witnessed in meditation, like I was vibrating so hard in meditation because I felt the tingling through my whole body. You know what I'm saying? Like my whole body was activated. And I felt high. Not like, high where I smoke marijuana. No. When I got out of the bathtub, I felt like I was high. And I hadn't even smoked nothing right away when I got in the house. So it was, it's like, oh, okay, that's different. Your self-love practice of loving yourself has to be a lifestyle. It is something that you do day in, day out. You can't live without it. That's how good you got to that point. And if I feel like if you connected to me, you feel that energy too. If you're in this group, if you are the one downloading this at this moment, you are a part of my tribe. So if I'm doing this and I'm actively, sharing what I'm learning with you, you're going through the same thing. You're learning how to own it. You're learning how to become whole. Of course, let me say this, you're gonna have some moments. But understand, a lot of times we want to go to someone else for the answers of why this ain't working or that ain't working, or, you know, what did I do wrong, or this, that, and the other. Stop. And learn how to own it by, if let's say it's not detrimental, okay? And it's a situation, it kind of broke you down, it kind of made you cry, okay? Don't get into the place where it bring you to a negative energy. But raise your vibration to the point so that you can, let me say this. Bishop T.D. Jakes said something that was so profound to me back in the early 2000s. He said, everybody know the answer. But no one has really studied the equation. Oh, it's good to know the answer. Yeah. But you got to study the equation. You got to study and understand the equation before just blurting out the answer. Learn the lesson of whatever you think that really triggered you. Learn the lesson. And let me also share this. If someone's ever in your space in life and they acting as if they got some control over you in any shape or form, let them know you cannot be controlled because that you are your own person. I do what I do when I feel like doing it, when I feel like doing it. You can't tell me what to do, how to do it. No. That goes for any relationship. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Because my energy, and you got to tell them, my energy is important to me. And if you do not want to vibrate at the same energy as me, I got to let you go for the time being. Why? That's a good ass question. That goes back to becoming whole. Your house so peaceful, right? You hadn't had no one talk crazy to you, do or say stupid shit to you in a while. But you allow somebody in your crib trying to tell you what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and you should do it right now because this. Stop them at their tracks. That energy can leave. Because in becoming whole, you have to desire peace and tranquility instead of chaos and darkness and being discombobulated. And no one should be able to come through your home and tell you what to do in your home. Because that plays a part of self-love. I don't care where you at. That plays a part of your self-love, your self-journey. If anything, it's also called a respect thing. I respect you, you respect me. Now, let me throw this out there. Everything that I say, I want you to listen, not to answer, but listen to understand. If what I said can be applied in your life, apply it. But I do have to say, this is my journey. And you're along on the ride. You may not agree with a lot of things that I say. But understand my intentions of what I'm bringing to you as my soul tribe, my audience, as my fans, as my brothers and sisters, is with good intentions of the heart, because I want to see each and every last one of you succeed at living a healthy lifestyle, because that's important. Okay? Give it about 3 to 4 weeks. We'll be back to doing live shows, 3-hour live shows. We're going to get back in the groove of everything. These shows will be still be pumping, maybe 1, 2, or 3, we, depending on how spirit really moves me or compels me to speak, you know what I'm saying? Because I just follow my intuition on things. I felt really led to talk. You know what I'm saying? Like I always said, that this is like my therapy. So I do hold a lot of stuff in, not negatively. I hold a lot of positive things to my heart that I do really want to share with you. But I'm always cautious, making sure that it come with the right energy, right motives, right intentions. Why? Because, when it's not with the right intention, guess what? You get karma for that. You know what I'm saying? You do. So I hope everyone has a great weekend. For me, I got to work at a busy ass gas station. It was busy as fuck last night. But anyway, just saying, keep your head up, stay encouraged, y'all. I know it seems what we're hearing, what we're witnessing here in America and around the world is kind of getting to us, but stay focused. Stay focused. What's trying to distract us is really, it can be conquered. It can be conquered. Focus on yourself. Love yourself. And trust me, you will witness on your journey how powerful God really is. All right? Till next time, y'all. I love y'all. Stay encouraged. Love and light. Till next time, y'all. Love y'all. Peace.
Let me tell you who I really am. Look at the process of the reject. Being rejected because he rejected progress. Progressing in elevation made him better. Elevating in light turned him into shredder. Illuminating brighter than darkness, he learned how to harness his light like a target. At one time he didn't think he had it. Processing the light with logic content. Rejecting darkness with words of light. Look at those arrows, can't penetrate light. Just like Goku going through evolution. Can't stand sitting in institutions speaking stupid. A son of a bright star burning bright. The more he speaks, the more he breaks flight. Can you feel the vibration of his frequency? He sounds so good, feel his energy. He been around for eons. Can't confuse him with them words called icon. As he's meditating, he's elevating. Watch the darkness get mad and start hating. Complete his logos in the light. Make his words more vicious with a bite. Let him live in the eternal flame of his light. He's more than a scripture scripted in the light. A perfect imperfection, more satisfied. Solid in his words and more petrified. Living his attributes of his own love. Flying high and above just like a dove. Deep secrets of wisdom flowing fluently. You can see the vibration of his frequency. Can you captivate the meaning of his mindset? Offset name brands like Reader's Digest. Processing information like a processor. There is only one he can call a true successor. A true intellectual speaking logic. His third eye open, wanna make a bet? Put him in position like a gatekeeper. When he speaks, he sounds like a street sweeper. A true paradox and even allegory. Picture the light deep in a story.